Yo, what's going on, guys? It's David Osborne, and it's been a minute since I've really been able to record a new video. I've been dealing with some technical difficulties. My old MacBook would crash every time I tried to edit the videos, so as you can see, I've got a new MacBook Pro here. I've got a new room and a new attitude. Today's video was recorded like 3 or 4 months back, but I still think the message is totally relevant today. And if you stick around to the end, I'm sure you'll get something out of it. So without further ado, here are the 10 habits that keep you broke. I mean, not you and me broke, but most people broke. Enjoy. 10 money habits that keep you broke. And I'm gonna be doing all of that while enjoying some cheese and crackers I got from Costco. They're not a sponsor of this YouTube video, but they should be.
Missing someone.
And listen, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you love this video, why don't you just go ahead and marry it? I think it's legal in Florida. What personal finance video would be complete without the banal advice of pay yourself first? If you don't have a high financial IQ because you don't watch my videos, what you'll do is do the thing that you think is the most responsible, if you're a responsible person, of course. You'll end up paying your bills first, then paying for the things that you need on the day-to-day basis, and then finally, you'll save what's left of the money. You'll find at the end of the month or at the end of the pay period, you don't have that much money left over, if any money left at all. As if by magic, your expenses and your day-to-day needs somehow come up to meet the amount of income that you have. Each month, decide how much of your income you're going to put aside into a savings account or an investment account. And this is paying yourself first. Once you decide I'm going to put aside 10% or 20% of my checks, then you automatically want to set that up so it goes from your checking account straight to your savings account. And that way you're paying yourself first before all of your bills. You'll quickly find what happens with the rest of your money is it's still enough. And before, where you weren't saving any money at the end of the month, you're saving $100 at the beginning of the month, which is great. Numero dos. Waiting to save. I know so many people who say they don't make enough money right now to save because their expenses and blah, 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 and so they're waiting until they get a raise, or they're waiting until they finish paying off their car, or whatever excuse that they have, they are putting off saving. You need to start saving today. Hell, you need to start saving yesterday. Even if it's just $10 a month, that's just one less Chipotle burrito, my friend. Saving $10 a month will at least help you build up the mental muscle to be in the habit of saving. And I know what you're thinking.
$10 a month, that's nothing. What am I gonna do with that?
Well, if you think about it, $10 a month at the end of the year will be over $100. Now, if I were to tell you I would give you $100 just to click that like button, would you do it? Yeah, then it's worth something, okay? It's not zero, which I am giving you $0 to click that like button, but you should still do it anyways. At the end of the day, $100 does make a difference. You'll find out when you need that $100 for a copay or to get your oil changed or something that comes up as an emergency. So don't put off saving, start today. Number 3, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Who are the Joneses? Number 3 is really about trying to keep up with your friends and their spending habits. I'm sure a lot of you out there have had that friend who always wants to do something, is always wanting you to take a trip with them or go to this music festival or go hang out at this new bar that's opening up. And those friends are awesome. They're really fun. But when it comes to saving up money, investing money, and becoming financially free, those friends can be your worst enemy, actually. I have personal experience in this where I did have this really cute girl who wanted to hang out all the time, and I wanted to be her friend. She wanted me to come out to parties, go out to new restaurants and things like that, and spend a lot more money than I normally would spend on the weekends or out shopping. And I was at the time trying to pay off my student loans, so I was on a mission. Every time she sent a text, I found myself trying to ignore the text, like not show that I had read it, because I felt so guilty every time she would invite me to do something and I would say, sorry, I can't, or I don't want to. She would actually compound on that guilt, which lets you know that she's not really a good friend, but she would compound on that guilt because she didn't understand what I was doing. And she would say, oh, you're so boring, or you gotta live a little bit, man. And I found myself questioning what I was doing. This isn't good. You don't need those kind of people in your life. But had I gone to every event that she had invited me to, I would still be a few $1,000s in debt right now, paying off my student loans. Surround yourself with people who understand what your mission is. Even better yet, people who are on a similar mission as yourself. Try not to keep up with the Joneses and your expensive ass friends. Number 4, I haven't eaten a cheese and cracker in a long time, so I'm gonna do that right now. Number 4, putting expenses on your credit cards just so you can get the rewards miles. You don't want to do that. In fact, it can get you in serious trouble down the road. I'm not saying don't use your credit cards and don't get the rewards points. I'm a huge fan of travel rewards credit cards. A quick rule of thumb when it comes to the travel rewards and not getting into trouble with them is this. Your day-to-day expenses, the $5 latte that you bought at Starbucks, or the $20 you spent at the gas station filling up your tank, maybe don't put those all on the credit card unless you're specifically trying to hit the sign-up bonus or whatever. If you're just using the credit card to just rack up travel miles as usual, try not to put your little expenses and try and just put your big expenses. Like, okay, this month I needed to buy a new laptop, for example, or I'm purchasing a flight to go visit my brother in LA. These kind of expenses you can put on your credit card and they will rack up points a lot quicker than putting the $5 latte and the $10 this and the $7 that. What you want to do is pay those off immediately. Don't allow the interest to work against you. All right, habit number 5, and the reason why some of you are still broke out there, I'm so sorry, is you're paying the minimum balance on your credit cards. When you only pay the minimum balance on your credit card, the rest of the money on the balance is earning interest for not you, but the bank. So the rich know this without a doubt. They have interest working for them. And the poor always have interest working against you. It's just the way of the world. Now, if you're paying off the minimum balance, $35 or $25 on your credit card, interest is working against you. That's going to keep you poor. So even if you have a low balance on your credit card and a low APR, you don't want to have a balance over $0 because you are making money for the credit card company and not for yourself. And I think those fools are rich enough. Number 6, we're making it through. Look, if you are paying extra for convenience, if you are ignoring small fees that your credit card company charges you or your bank charges you or Blockbuster if it's still around your neighborhood, what in the hell? If you're paying these extra fees, paying for convenience, I'm talking Uber Eats, or paying extra due to lack of planning, you are in a habit that will keep you poor. Before you walk out of the house, think, what do I need? Okay? Does it look cloudy outside? Ask Siri, Alexa. Your Alexa probably just went off just now. Ask Siri or Alexa, what's the weather like today? Oh, there's a slight chance of showers today. Bring an umbrella. I have so many friends out here in Taiwan because I live on an island and the weather can change quite rapidly here. And we walk out of the house without an umbrella. I have friends who own 5 or 6 umbrellas and they still have to go out and buy an umbrella in the middle of the day because they didn't think that it was gonna rain. Now, of course, you can't always walk around with an umbrella, but I'm just saying that's the kind of mentality that will help you to become rich, is thinking before you go out. So think, I'm gonna be out for 6 hours. I'm a hungry dude. Bring a snack. It's important to just have a plan. Number 2, as a part of this tip, is ignoring fees. Now, I've been hit with those banking fees, as I'm sure most of you have as well, where they hit you with a $25 overcharge fee or a $35 late payment fee on your credit card. In Ramit Sethi's book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, he writes a whole section about how you can call these companies, and he even gives you a script on what to say to these companies to get those charges reversed. And I've done this in my own life where I make a 15-minute call to Capital One and I tell them, hey, look, I've been a card holder for over 2 years now and I'm never late. Could you reverse this? And they reverse it for me. And that 15-minute phone call saved me $35, which, if you do some of my math, that's like getting paid $140 an hour because, I'm not going to do that here for you. But how many of us make $140 an hour? Not many of us. So making that $35 phone call and it taking 15 or 20 minutes is a good deal. It's a good use of your time. And the worst they're going to tell you is no. Okay. And then that will teach you a lesson for next time. But it's worth it. Call the company, call the credit card company, call and fight them. Number 8, having one pocket of money. This is a problem with a lot of broke people, period, is they've only got one pocket for their money. And I don't mean one jean pocket. We put our money in both pockets, our back pockets and stuff. And that's when we find pocket money and we're just like, oh my God, I haven't worn this shirt in like 3 months and there's money in it. That's amazing. But no, I'm talking about having one account that holds all of your money. This is a major problem and it's keeping you broke. What happens is if you just have one checking account and that's it, all of your money goes in there and you find yourself spending up to the dollar amount that's in there and there's no separation of money. You want to keep that stuff separate like Ray J and Kim Kardashian. If you take nothing from this video, what I want you to know is you need to have at least 2 pockets for your money. Me, I'm a cargo pants kind of wearing fool. So I've got like 7 pockets where my money goes. But if you're just getting started, at least have a checking account and a savings account. Okay? The checking account is the money that goes in and out, in and out, in and out. And the savings account is the money that you just watch build. You don't withdraw from that pocket, okay? All your expenses come out of your, that's right, checking account pocket. Number 9, not having an emergency fund. And no, your credit card does not count as having an emergency fund. Now, time and time again, we're reminded that life is completely unpredictable. We don't know when the next big layoff is gonna come at our company. We don't know if a pandemic is gonna hit the United States or the rest of the world. We don't know what's going to happen. And even if we had a crystal ball, we still might not be able to see everything that's around the corner. So it's important to have an E-fund or emergency fund so you're not caught with your pants around your ankles. Let's say you're out at the gym one day and you break your leg while squatting some ridiculous amount. The hospital bills that you would incur are going to be thousands of dollars. And if you don't have an emergency fund, this could ruin you. This could have you could be paying this for the next 3 to 5 to 10 years, well after your leg is healed. So it's really important to have money set aside in cash so that you're able to pay that medical bill. Now, if you don't pay the medical bill right away, just like your credit cards, those things gain interest and it can be ridiculous. So having money set aside for an emergency is just important. All right, and final habit of the day is people who wait too long to start investing. I know I didn't start investing until I was 27 years old, but I wish someone had told me or gotten me to do it at 17 years old, because then my money would be huge. If you're not invested in the stock market, businesses, or real estate, you're missing opportunities where your money could really be working for you. I know some people make this excuse all the time, and that is, well, I don't know anything about the stock market. I don't know anything about investing in real estate or starting a business. Well, you have to, at some point, stop making the excuse and go out and get educated. Now, in the description, I've listed a bunch of books that I've read personally that have helped me on my financial literacy journey, and I think they're gonna help you as well. If you don't have time right now to read one of these books or listen to one of them on audiobook, I do suggest at least looking into index funds. If you don't have a brokerage account, it's so easy these days to sign up for one. Robinhood, M1 Finance, these are both great free investment platforms that you could totally use to get set up. All right, it's been a lot, and my cheese is melting, I think, because it's really hot in this room without the air conditioning on for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.